There are many simple things in the world. Shovels. They are all different. Gardening shovel. Unloading shovel. Children's shovel. But there is also a different shovel. We use it when we come to the position. In short time, it helps us dig a trench which saves us from bullets. If a tank will pass over the trench, there is a high probability that it will not cause any harm to the soldier. We dig in the ground, deeper, and then connect the trenches with our friends to the left. In just a few hours, trenches are all connected. When we do not have an axe, we can use a shovel to cut a loaf of bread. A soldier uses a shovel as a paddle, crossing the wide river under enemy fire. If we run out of ammunition, we will use a shovel again, and then we'll move on. And when we get the order to stop, we'll take a shovel again and build around us an impregnable fortress. This fortress is defended by the Army of Ukraine, our army.
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I looked my woman in the eye sockets. I told her straight out. I just said it, man. I said it. I said, bitch, I'm the man of the house.
Yeah, you said bitch, though. You called your wife a bitch.
Yeah.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Let's roll.
Broadcasting live from the Functional Veterans Center of Excellence on this 9 February 2026 in the year of our woo post Super Bowl dumpster fire. Lord have mercy, this Monday edition. I host. Man. Hope everyone's doing good today. Hope everyone's listening in. Oh, God, I can't. The E2 commercial. Isn't that baller? Door to Ukraine. So, I hope everyone's doing good. Hope everyone's doing all right. Man, we're just going to go ahead and just jump into the topic. So, did y'all watch the big game? To the point to where there was so much controversy, I kind of forgot who was fucking playing. Who was playing anyways? And who won the game? Yes, exactly. Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah, all this drama about the Super Bowl, and we didn't even. I think the controversy of the halftime show is what caused most of the. I don't know. And I mean, the game wasn't really. I don't know. It was a game. Did y'all watch the game? I mean, the Seahawks and the Patriots playing at all? Did it even seem like... Now, look, when I watch sports and I watch football games, a lot of the stuff to me is like ambient noise in the background. You know what I mean? So if I'm watching TV or I'm watching, whatever, and I got it on the background, I can do other stuff, and I'm like, oh, here's the go. Someone made a touchdown, or someone like, oh, shit, somebody... I look up, and Okay, yeah, somebody made a touchdown. All right, cool. That's cool. I like that. All right. So it didn't really strike as much to me as a. I don't know. It just didn't. I don't know. It just probably because, well, first off, I'm a Chiefs hater, so the Chiefs weren't playing. Naturally, me being a Raiders fan, anybody who plays against the Chiefs, it's automatic hate. So I'm just like whatever. So I'm not really a Patriots fan. I'm not really like I said, I'm just kind of like not a Seahawks fan. I mean, I got friends that are Seahawks fans. They're like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, congrats. I'm glad you guys pulled it off. Yeah. Some of the plays that I saw, I don't know, just seemed kind of like, yeah. Now, of course, we'll let the sports bar do some of this, some of the stats and some of the discussions of whatever. But yeah, it didn't like, yeah, exactly. I fell asleep through the first quarter and woke up halfway through the third. Missed all the good stuff. Yeah, the flyover was pretty badass. All those jets flying over with the B-1B bombers and stuff. That was awesome, right? That was pretty cool. The national anthem. Again, it just wasn't, how do I say, it wasn't festive enough. I mean, the Patriots should have put Dobbs in right after the first. Yeah, it looked kind of tired when it was just like the whole thing. It just, I don't know, it just didn't seem like to have that energy, right? There was no, and aside from the, I don't know, the fucking, the back, I don't know, it just didn't seem like that. I just didn't feel footballsy. If that's even a term. It didn't even feel, I don't know, it didn't motivate. It's like, okay, yeah, whatever. But the controversy about the whole thing being involved and who was there and who was going to be part of the halftime show, that, woo, doggy, all the way to the toilet bowl. Yeah, so it's just, again, just that didn't, I really didn't, again, I just didn't feel it. I didn't feel it at all. I know people are like, oh, he's not really a true sports. Well, no, it's just the fact that, it didn't grab me. It didn't really have a, I don't know. It just didn't. So congratulations to the Seahawks. I mean, good game. I mean, you guys did good. That was, congrats. Super Bowl champions. Just kind of like wondering what's it going to do for the rest of the season. Again, this is sports bar talk, and I don't feel like the exactly. There was a game. Yeah, I just didn't feel that, right? It didn't feel. It didn't feel. It didn't. I don't know. It just didn't have that. Didn't have that energy, man. It just didn't. I don't know what to say. I mean, it's not much to talk about. The game was, like I said, flyover was good. National anthem's always good. Of course, all the stuff leading up to it. I mean, if it was your team, and I'm pretty sure you were like, fuck yeah, it was a great game, or it could have been. But there was just, I don't know. The energy was not there. The energy was not there until the halftime show. That's when everybody fucking freaked the fuck out and got mad and started freaking, going off of what was considered music, what's not considered music. So, it's been going around the family chats. You guys know I'm pretty blended in my family. So, Latino, Afro, Latino, it's just all mixed in the family, right? So there's a lot of commentary going on. There's even memes being made about the fact that the halftime show by Bad Bunny was like, hey, white people, don't worry. Us Latinos don't know what the fuck he's saying either. So everyone's like, well, I don't understand. He's speaking English, or he's not speaking English, and blah, 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 blah. And we're like, oh, yeah, well, it's okay. Some Latinos don't know what the hell he was saying either at all. So, again, I just think that the whole dynamic of the Latino culture was brought forth into the national spotlight. Doesn't bother me. I mean, come on. Who doesn't love like fucking Michael Jackson or Prince when they did the halftime shows, injecting some soul and some beats in there, like stuff that people normally would listen, you wouldn't think would not listen to, had a great time. I'll be honest with you, I'm a Prince fan, so I mean, and of course, Michael Jackson is always those are I would say those were, to me, probably those were some good shows. Those were some good entertaining shows. But there's a meme that was shared around in the family chat, and it was kind of funny, but I mean, people were getting upset that this was even a discussion. This was even that I'm gonna put this beam up example that was, like I said, from the familia, the ice familia. There we go. There we go. So it's like, don't worry, white people. Us Latinos can't understand Bad Bunny either. So then we started getting, throughout the day, we're just getting involved in some conversations of who said what, what's being discussed. Seeing a lot of people on the left not understand that Puerto Rico, and a lot of people on the right not understand that Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory. So everybody who's born in Puerto Rico, they're Americans as well. People confusing, the Latino community is getting all congealed together. So Mexicans and Puerto Ricans getting all mixed up in the mix, no pun intended, on the discussion of race and how come this hasn't had this. And I'll be honest with you, it's been fucking hilarious. I laughed some family members, I just laughed we were just laughing our asses off. It's kind of like, yeah, sports bar. What do you hear? What do you say? That's got to be the coach. Big booty Latinas for the win. Did anyone not like the big booty Latinas during halftime or not Americans? Who does not like? This is a family show. I have family that watch this sometimes. So can we talk about the thickens? So I miss the days when you didn't know what to expect during a halftime show. And that's like when Justin popped a Janet nip. Yeah, exactly. That one year, no one could see that coming. Yeah. So everyone was going back and forth. Everyone was like talking about, the difference between, all this other stuff would have been, oh man, Rob, you ain't lying. A good halftime show would have been Mike Vining telling a story for 15 minutes. Bro, not even for 10 minutes, and he would captivate the audience. But, I mean, look, there's some things that everyone's making a big deal about, and then some individuals are not making a big... I mean, I'm kind of glad that, look, like I said, stuff like that, Super Bowl halftime shows for me, and it's just for me, it's like ambient noise in the background while I'm eating wings and shit. I'm chilling out with the don't get me... Yeah, we'll get started in a minute. About that one. The ambient noise in the background to me, so it's kind of like, that's stuff I kind of hear in my house anyways, the musics and the, Spanish speaking and all that. And then we started getting into discussion of who speaks the right Spanish. And like I said, go back to that one meme that I posted earlier from the family chat, was like, Latinos couldn't even understand either. I know there's a lot of, internal familial discussions about who speaks the more correct Spanish and who doesn't speak the right Spanish and all that. And it's, the Puerto Ricans and Cubans jokes oh man, it was just mayhem. I thoroughly enjoyed the discussion. Now, don't get me wrong. I personally, if we were going to bring the discussion of who's going to be, who would you have chosen? And I think the family discussion was that, Worldwide, Mr. Worldwide, Pitbull. If he'd have come on, ooh man, that'd have been, sorry, I'm a fan too. I'm a fan as well. So it was just kind of funny that, people were really, you're also seeing people's true colors. Holy shit. I don't care. I mean, yeah, okay. It was kind of funny. I mean, there's some things that people are now making, memes about, saying what Bad Bunny felt or how this felt. And I'm just like, guys, some of you guys are reaching. Some of you guys are throwing memes out. I know I was on the webs today on my X account on Twitter. Kind of like, hey, that's not what happened. He's not talking about this. Then we start getting into who's an American and who's not American and what's not music and it's the same music. I just yeah, exactly. Just like, what are we even doing right now? Exactly. He was trying to, of course, it's Spain. So the conversation of the jokes that were inside other friends, Latino friends of mine and all that, saying the only difference between Puerto Rico and Cuban is one's communist. And the other one was, they're not the same, right? They're both islands. I mean, so again, just like what Pip just said, it's the dialogue in the dialogue in Latino families is funnier to watch outside, not Latino families or not, or white liberals or conservatives just going and I don't know why I say the white liberals, but the liberals, and it was like, Holly said it looked like they want to try and cross a border in tree suits. And that's what I'm saying. They're bushes. They're ghillie suits. That's like, to me, I thought, I was like, okay, cool. I was like I said, I started hearing the music and all that. And I'm like, oh, okay. All right. Well, again, but that's not uncommon. Some of the music in the background that I hear in my family. Like I said, the Latinos thing. That's what it is. I don't speak Spanish, but I did enjoy the show because Puerto Rican people are American citizens. Yeah, that's a good one too. Weird Al for Super Bowl 61 halftime. He could dress like Donald Trump and sing "Fat of All America." I don't even think we're ever going to get a Weird Al. Do you think we would ever get Weird Al? I don't know. Again, I just think it's hilarious that hang on, let me adjust some stuff and I'll tell you guys what I mean. So the music. Somebody says, "Oh, it all sounds the same." Now we were talking about Spanish and some some friends, not family members, but some friends got a little touchy when we were talking about different types of Spanish that was being spoken or is spoken. How Spanish is being spoken within in Spain, or how Spanish is spoken in Mexico, how Spanish is spoken on the islands, and so yeah. American halftime show was pretty cool. Still expected more America. Now, again, he's American. That's one thing I want to say. He was flying the American flag in the show. So I don't know. It's like why everyone got a little pissed off. Now, don't get me wrong. Again, you guys remember back in the day this little song called La Macarena? Hey, Macarena. Right? Do you guys know what the lyrics are about that? What's it about? Muchas gracias, Lian. Mucho gusto. Bienvenidos en este canal. And every other country flag. So what? I mean, that's the thing. If I were to fly, I'm going to tell you what, the vet bros would come after me if I were to fly my familiar flags behind me. Not the murder cult one, but like where my family comes from. People would be like, "Oh my God." So, yeah. Again, they were flying other flags. I understand other flags. Sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that. Oh man, am I going to get banned for saying that? Flags. That was a slip. I shouldn't have repeated that, but oh well, I said it anyways. I think he was trying to provide a message of unity. All Americas is one, blah, blah, blah. Even though, of course, there's some continental drama, continents between whatever. Yeah, so. Freudian slip? No, it was not. It was legit. Again, it's my accent. How about that? I can blame my language. I don't speak English. I don't speak it good. Si cuando en España estoy hablando inglés, no puede hacer el otro lado. Y so, con permiso. What's up with the light poles and the lights during the show? It was a political statement that he needed to adjust his aim on who to blame. They're talking about, see, look, and I was just getting pissed off about people online. Look, Puerto Rico has had bad spate of hurricanes in the last few years, and there is drama on how fast, and a lot of the Puerto Rican people are blaming the U.S. government for the lack of response, even though the top high-quality response that our North and NORTHCOM provided to the island was top-notch within hours. I hate the fact that people are trying to say that we just left them behind, and that's not the case. There were U.S. forces. Our troops were already there on the ground before to ride out the hurricane, and then more follow-on forces came out. I'm gonna do a breakdown later, probably on Sergeant's time. I don't know, or not. It just didn't. That doesn't sit well with me. It's like that. You can't sit there and say there was no response for the hurricanes in Puerto Rico when there actively was responses for the hurricane. So to include power and internet stuff. So the different types of Spanish. Now, everyone says, "Oh, it all sounds the same, and all music sounds the same, and all this other stuff." And I am going to drag some of my friends here about how we speak about how we speak Spanish. It's I'm sorry, it's funny. It just how and it was a discussion that we had in the chats as well. That how is it and why specific dialects of Spanish sounds different, like the difference between Guatemalan, southern Mexico, the U.S., Puerto Rico, Cuba, and all that. And this is I would say from my experience, A lot of it is a native mixed with Spanish with slang, of course. And then if you're talking about the U.S., the Spanish there, it is just destroyed with its own slang, with its own, whatever, how Cholos talk, órale, and all that. So different types of, but if the more East Coast you go, well, actually on the East Coast and from the islands, there's a little bit more, there's a different tempo to the Spanish. There's a different tempo to how it is spoken on there. And again, I'm not trying to upset my friends over in Miami. Please don't kill me. But it's just a different tone. And when we break balls about it, that comment was reported. What comment was reported? Which one are you talking about? The sugar cane for the rum. Yeah. So it's different. I know speaking Spanish growing up and then learning English and then listening to some of the music, it was a slow tone. So when you play some of the everyone says, oh, how come mariachi music sounds like polka music? And hang on, let me play some. So yeah, boom, 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 and then they're speaking, they're singing their songs about their hearts and their women and broken-hearted and stuff like that. It's a slower tone, right? Bienvenidos a W.T.F Radio. You ever notice when you're listening to Spanish on radio and they always like throw in English words? They're always like, otra vez con 100 puntos, los Angeles Dodgers, and they mix in stuff like that. But anyways, so that's kind of like the tempo, and I remember growing up and you hear music like that, nobody really, okay, that's mariachi music, right? But then when you hear the type of music that Bad Bunny sings, like reggaeton, then it's like, okay, my family's gonna shit. Okay, some of them are dying right now, throw me emojis and shit, but yeah, that's my friends on the East Coast, some of the islands. I mean, so fast that I can't even speak it, and it takes me, again, going back to that one meme, I love Slowpoke Rodriguez. Yeah, it's a different tempo. I won't bring it up because I don't bring the music because this is sort of like directed more to some of my family and my friends that we were talking about that earlier today. The tempo of Spanish is different and all that. So obviously those are like, I took Spanish for 2 years in high school and I don't even understand what he's saying. It's okay. Latinos didn't understand what he was saying either. So for me, again, you could like it for what you want. You could say for what it is. To me, it's just ambient noise. It's just music that we have in the background at my house. Any type of Latino music, reggaeton, merengue, all that stuff. I just don't hear. I'm changing. You notice I'm changing my accent. I'm code switching. We have these different type of music in the house, and we play, and dale pues, nos vamos a cantar, y toco con todo. The next, fucking, Slowpoke Rodriguez. Yes, that type of Spanish. Southwest, Southern. Sí, porque estoy trabajando en este pinche radio y los cabrones estaba diciendo en the pinche chats, real slow, right? I try to explain that Spanish has 400 words that are derived from Arabic, and people forget that Spain was Muslim ruled for hundreds of years. I'm going to say there's some words that do translate in between different languages from Arabic, some Germanic languages as well. It's just the way it is. Hang on, let me turn off this merengue stuff. It's blowing on my freaking ears. Chicano is spoken in Chicago. Yeah. So again, I kind of like, I look, it was just a show. It was just a halftime show, entertainment shit. You may or may not like it. It's like when you walk into B-Dubs. Not that I go there a lot, but it's like when you walk into a B-Dubs and you're hearing the music in the background in the jukebox, or who played that, or whatever, or you're going to a bar and you hear the music in the background. That's the kind of like, I don't know, that's the way I kind of see it. Would I have preferred? Now, do I have a choice? Yeah, I would have selected, like I said, Pitbull would have been pretty cool. Of course, people were saying, dude, did you see there was Ricky Martin? Yeah, Ricky Martin too. I wanted him to sing Living the Vida Loca. I wanted to see him sing that. That'd been kind of cool. But again, I'm nah. I just think it's funny that people are really getting all pissed off about it when it was just a fucking show. Now, there's another show that was happening. There was there was that Turning Point USA show. Did anybody of you guys catch that? Any of y'all saw the Turning Point show? Only because, how do I say? Only because the method that I wanted to watch the Super Bowl, I wanted to watch, and I could not log out or get out of watching the Super Bowl without having to like reconnect. Does that make sense? I don't want to reveal my hand here. But I did not watch the Turning Point show that everyone was talking about. Did y'all see it? I know there was some rumors. What is up with my mic? Oh man, the kid's been playing with my mic. Oh shit. I let him in here sometimes so he can help me out doing some stuff, and you can tell he's playing with it because he wants to. At any rate, and did you guys catch that? Anyone watch that? There were some people that said yeah it was great. Some people said yeah it was okay. Some people said it sucked. Kind of like the Super Bowl halftime show, but I didn't watch it. I just left it on the game and just let it play, and then that was it. Nothing real to nothing said. I was really I would have cared more. Yeah, exactly. I would have cared more if Ricky Martin was for halftime. Yeah. The murmuring. Yeah, everyone's like blah, blah, blah. Again, I say that to my family members on the East Coast, and they're like, "Man, shut up. At least you won't talk, freaking." It needed more America. I turned it off at that. Yeah. So yeah, exactly. Yeah. See, everyone enjoyed it. Whatever. It was like different styles, man. No one's ever gonna beat Prince. I'm just sorry. No one's ever gonna beat Prince's. That's just me. Until I see anybody, sorry, Prince is the man. He's the one that I think I was just like, holy shit. Man, Mean Spanky covered it. I think Mean Spanky covered that one too. We're talking about that. Holy crap. That was an awesome. Awesome one. So, Also, I don't want to jump too much in the sports lane here because I wanted to get on the next topic, but the Olympics are happening. Anybody watching the Olympics or anybody watching the Kendrick was better? Oh, Kendrick was bad. Yeah. Kendrick was bad. Bruno, yeah. Michelle just said, Prince, you damn right. You go, girl. That's right, Michelle. Hell yeah. Straight up, Prince. BS, Michael Jackson was the best. As I'm saying, Michael Jackson was good too. I'm just conflicted because I'm fans of both. I do have cassette tapes of both. What about Morris Day? What about Morris Day and the Time? Yeah, they're doing good too. Yeah, you guys are really bringing it back. So American football, melting pot music. Yeah, again, I'm just here for Atropia. Oh my God, we talk about the movie. Good Lord, have mercy. So yeah, it wasn't. Did you see Greenberg? You see, that's what I'm saying. I didn't see. I really wasn't watching it until the game started, playing. So yeah, I only saw a little bit, and I had to catch the. He was the most watched ever. Who was the most watched ever? Prince or Michael Jackson? I'm talking. Yeah, okay. I mean, like, come on. Prince and Michael Jackson both they're almost mythical. Like, you can't believe when you see them in person. So you're like, oh man. I don't know who you're talking about, Holly. Who was the most watched ever? We do have to Googleize this because y'all are arguing in the chats. Let's see. Most Super Bowl halftime performance views. How about that? And of course, everyone's going to enjoy. I don't want to see. That's the thing when you talk about the most 10 watched Super Bowl halftime shows, and this is to Billboard charts. 10 raking in and ranking. See, I've been speaking Spanish most of the day, so you guys have to forgive my linguistic, my fuck ups there, my Freudian slip saying the other words. Anyways, Black Eyed Peas ranking at number 10. Numero 10. Beyonce, number 9. Madonna, number 8. Oh, yeah, I forgot about her. Yeah, I forgot about her. Bruno Mars. Yep, there we go. Number 7. Coldplay, number 6. Lady Gaga, number 5. That kind of... Katy Perry with the little sharks dancing with her. At number 4. Rihanna. That's right. Yeah, I remember Rihanna. Usher, number 2. And then Kendrick Lamar's number 1. Man, did you make him the number 1? Total views, 133 million. 133.5 million total views. And that was Kendrick Lamar. So that was the ranking of. So I'm just here for the lingerie thing. Janet Jackson boob. Yeah, and I didn't say the Epstein list. What are you talking about? Now we're watching now everyone that watches is hypnotizing all zombies. What are you talking, Bridie? What you talking about? I'm not throwing any zip-zap ghost magic on you guys at all. Yet. Janet Jackson boob, duh. Yeah, I'm just saying, Janet Jackson boob, you would think. I think the controversy is what caused it more than the viewership. That's just me. But I'm surprised Prince isn't in there. I mean, I think probably, I don't wonder what numbers they're using, though, for that, though. That's the thing. It's 2012. When did the internet start, tracking numbers and stuff like that? I got issues with that. It's not Michael Jackson. It wasn't Prince. Are you kidding? Yeah, I'm kind of, like, Billboard. Let me see if there's another list here. NBC reveals shocking final viewership for the Bad Bunny controversial Showtime. Blah, blah, blah. Breaks viewership records, supposedly. He's 135 million viewers. Now, I don't know if that's off of TV or what. Surpassing the record of 133.5 million from Kendrick Lamar. So, I mean, I guess you could kind of say it was Janet Jackson had 100. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Lindsey Vonn. Oh, my God. Yeah, we'll talk about the Olympics in a minute. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of think there needs to be some sort of different measuring on this with the way the Super Bowl shows are. I'm just yeah. Yeah, I'm just kind of like, yeah. I'm gonna call BS. That's just me. I don't know. I don't know what numbers, what they were using, what stats they were going by. I just think what were they using for their metrics? Would they go on by YouTube? Would they go on by the actual Nielsen ratings? Would they either go that? Let me see what I'm trying to find out. I'm not talking about fucking Twitter. I'm not talking about Instagram or Facebook. Yeah, I'm not seeing how they measured this. Janet Jackson, 133 million. Yeah, it's like, now, if we want to talk about most controversial, then I guess, but yes. So let's talk about the Olympics. Wait, let me go back to the curling should have a halftime show. When have you ever taken a poll? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Holly? What are you talking about? When have you ever taken a poll? I'm talking about how did they grab metrics for views? Are they using TV stats by viewers, legit viewers, or are they using social media? I want to know. I want to know what they use. Let's talk about the Olympics right quick before we talk about the Epstein files. Yeah. What was Kid Rock's view? Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know what his views were. Like I said, I didn't watch I didn't watch it. Let me dig it up. Let me find out. I don't know. Everyone's saying that he had more views, that he whatever, and I don't know. Again, you can't measure something that is not sanctioned by, like if it was the Super Bowl sanctioned type of event, then okay, then they can get metrics and stuff like that. But I don't know what they used for their metrics on who had the most. The Nielsen rating, they still use your own opinion. Yeah, Nielsen rating stuff, I know how that works. But again, just Hang on, let me look up the Olympic stuff real quick. Yeah, Lindsey Vonn. Oh, she. Did you guys been watching the videos on this stuff on their doing their downhills and shit like that? She had a run and she crashed 13 seconds in a run in the downhill final on Sunday, and she had to be lifted airlift from the mountain. I mean, she had like a torn ACL and stuff like that too. So, but yeah, 41 years old and she's still doing that shit. There you go. So she's not. She said she's not going to do any more races, but yeah. What was the other one you guys were asking about? The Israelis got robbed? Did they? Let me look right quick. Let me look. Okay, right now, currently, I guess there's the luge, the Nordic combined, cross country skiing, alpine skiing. Again, this is going to be all covered by the sports bar. Right now, currently, the gold medal count is led by Norway with 3. And we are, where are we at? Are we even placing? Did we even place? Have we placed at all? I'm not seeing anything. Oh, here we go. Number 5. We're 5th with 2 gold medals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. So we're number 5 on 2 gold. I'm sorry, I was looking at another list. So there we go. So yeah, Lindsey Vonn crashes. Have you seen some of the footage though coming out of this? Holy crap. The drone footage of the drones flying behind the skiers. That is some badass shit. Matter of fact, let me pull this up. Matter of fact, I should have been prepared for this. That drone. No, there's not an somebody said there's an Olympic event for drones. No. So here's women's downhill, and this is from a view from the drones. And I don't know if I'm gonna turn off the sound, but I think the Olympics. The last time we posted some stuff about the Olympics, they were really they like came down on us hard about it. And so just to get a real quick cap here on now. This is a drone view. This is a drone chasing to capture the footage of this downhill skier, and you're just like, holy shit! Look at that. Look at that, just clocking. That is just incredible. I mean, right there is the that right there, and that should be an Olympic sport. And I know there are professional drone teams out there, but that's just incredible. When I saw that, I was like, God, that is awesome. Could you imagine getting paid for doing that? It'd be fun as hell. Oh, I'd do that. But yeah, so thank you, TZ. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm with bitches. She hooked her arm on those markers. Yeah, exactly that. She was hauling ass. So yeah, it sucks because she's a badass, man. She's always been a badass in that category. But anywho, so let's transition away from the sports. Let's transition away from the from all the talk and all the hype. Yeah. Saw it. I don't care what. Hey, whatever. I've said my piece about it. Have you guys seen the latest Epstein stuff? Have you guys been tracking any of the Epstein stuff? I'm just kind of like wondering when anybody is going to go to jail. I want to know what's the deal. I want to know, someone posted, oh, well, if this happens, it could bring down, somebody was talking about on the UK side, bringing down the British, monarchy, to bring down the monarchy. And this is going to be bad and blah, blah, blah. Let it all burn. Burn it all down. And I posted myself, I don't care if it brings down the monarchy, our government, freaking Chuck E. Cheese. What was the other thing I said? I said Chuck E. Cheese, Lucasfilms, and Marvel. Bring it all down. Burn it all to the ground. I don't understand why at this point we've got documents that have been released and now we don't see anybody going to jail. We hear we hear a bunch of posturing. Well, now that we're going to do this, this is going to happen. And make no mistake that this is going to be, individuals will be going to jail. I'm not seeing any perp walks. Why do you think the Olympics using drones to, what do you think about the, ooh, dude, that's a good question, Stefan. What do you think about the Olympics using drones to chase Ukrainian bobsledders? Well, what do you think they're not Ukrainian drone pilots that are covering the Olympics? How about that? Never know. Just saying, they could have been, those could have been, combat veterans flying those drones with those skiers. I think it was just phenomenal. So yeah, what's up with the Epstein shits? This point, everyone's been waiting, right? We're going to have transparency. We're going to have, once the files get released, they're on the desk. Files are on the desk. Let's go. Yes, let's do it. Bust them all. Perp walk them. Now we're starting to see that matter of fact, we even did ourselves our online, do you guys have any more names? Because I said the next time I talk about it, we were gonna discuss again if you guys had any names you wanted to talk about. The Epstein library, if you wanted to look it up. So if you guys still have any names, I got the database looked up. So if you guys wanted to research some names, again, there were some names. Wait, the Russians are in the Olympics? Oh, you know what? Are the Russians in the Olympics? That's a good question. I guess I'm not really paid attention to sports that much, or the drama with all the play. I don't even. Is there drama with the players? I know I have seen a couple of U.S. skiers making off remarks and stuff like that. And man, I'm here. I've got mixed feelings, man. Come on, man. That type of stuff from the skiers, but nothing. Like I said, nothing really big deal. All I'm just gonna say, if you're gonna go represent your country, and you got the flag on a freaking on your sleeve, I don't know, looks bad that you're shit talking your country, whatever. So Tony Gonzalez. Ooh, man. Let's see what you guys were gonna do this. Okay, hang on. Here we go. Matter of fact, again, in full transparency, I will pop up the Epstein file search as we always do. Let's see. Goon. The first thing that comes up on the search is Goon. Sorry. My autocorrect that you guys couldn't see is coming up. Gonzalez. Receive the ammo below. I don't know. Is that why is it not showing this shit? Search. Oh, there we go. Our attorney, USA attorney Tony Gonzalez. Is that the same Tony Gonzalez we're talking about? Victim impact. Blah blah blah. Tony Gonzalez. Blah blah blah. Is a different one. Are we sure we got the right Tony Gonzalez? I know you guys are the ones that are talking about the in Texas, right? Yeah, I'm not seeing. Does he have a different name or something like that? Am I spelling it right? Did I spell it wrong? Let's see. Gonzalez. Yeah, see? That's the one. Did I spell it right? So. Mara Healy. Okay, let's look her up. Let's look. I'm guessing that's a chick. I'm guessing that's a woman. So let me go to that. And let me go to that. The reason why I'm switching screens is I'm going through different tabs and I want you guys to see all the tabs. What's this? Massachusetts Attorney General Mara Healy. Let's see. Let's look at one of the data sets. Yeah. Okay. These are those cables. The FBI intelligence bulletin cable. See, this is the thing I was talking to some friends about. It's like, what the fuck was the FBI sending shit to Epstein? Why does Epstein have FBI intel reports that basically looks like it incriminates everybody when they're just in the report? I'm just saying. not saying they're not. I'm not saying they're innocent or not guilty or guilty. I'm just saying that's one thing I've noticed when I've been searching. Protests, meaning the militia has broadened. Remember that? Yeah. The militia looks like they voted. Yeah. New York Times, remember this one. Because it said if you were rucking or something like that, or if you were prepping or something like that, you were considered militia. So, again, let's see. Yeah, this right. Like I said, this is beheaded a teacher honored to be crackdown in France. You look back at some of the old news though, Michigan man secretary, and you realize, man, there was a lot of shit that fucking happened that they kind of like just, I don't know, people just dropped, forgotten, or have forgotten, or just kind of like, didn't happen. Attorney denies Houston official was involved. Yeah, so again, all these. Let's go back to that. See, that was data set 9. So again, more intelligence report. What was? Why were the FBI intelligence reports.com? I don't know if this is another site that you can just log into and get it, and it's open source. I don't know. I don't know why would he be getting that? Yes, they definitely need to get the dog shit away from our kids. Yeah, his birth name is Ernest Anthony Gonzalez. Okay. Oh wow. Okay, hang on. Facebook version. Yeah, did you guys see that Ring doorbell commercial, Super Bowl commercial? Man, did you guys see the ice commercial as well? All right, hang on. Let's window cap this and. Let's see. Either there's something wrong with this fucking thing. I'm not spelling it right or something like that. See Tony Gonzalez. This is the one I think you're talking about, Pip. Yeah, this is Is this a fucking... It's just a report, though, dude. Again, it's an intelligence report. Intelligence... It's not... Like, it's not Epstein talking to anybody or, hey, do you know about this guy? Washington schedule, blah, blah, Senate, blah, blah. Yeah, these are all like report stuff. This is nothing like he's in the files. You know what I mean? He's in the files, yeah, but he's by name by a fucking intelligence report. Let me see something else. Yeah, I can go a full 3 hours on it. Yeah, you ain't lying, dude. Okay, let me look at something else. Look at this. Let me see. Let me. I don't want to get, like I said, I don't want to open up all my search bars, but I want to find out where exactly he is at in here. There we go. Again. Corn and syrup, right there. There we go. In Axios. So this right here was a Dallas Morning News report story that was inside this intelligence stuff. So yes, again, I keep saying this. Just because these guys are mentioned in like other fucking news reports or something like that, it's not the fucking emails and stuff that everyone likes to plays the gotcha game on. That's one of them. They also misname him as a Democrat too. Yeah. Does it say? Yeah. As a Democrat as well. Corner Cinema introduced border legislation. Dallas Morning News 422 reports Senator Corus and Cinema have joined together in a bipartisan push for a bill addressing migration surge at the border. And the legislation would establish 4 new regional processing centers at high traffic areas to reduce the wait times and eliminate backlogs to help asylum seekers get rulings more quickly and efficiently. A House version will be introduced by Henry Cuellar and Tony Gonzalez. So that's the. Is that the one you're talking about, Pip, or was there another one? That was it. I just showed you that one. That was the one. It just said it had him record. It had him reported as a Democrat in this. Let me go back again. There we go. This is it right here. So, limit the backlogs, blah, blah, blah. A House version will be introduced by Reps Cuellar and Tony Gonzalez. So that's it. Again, only put in a fucking news report that's been sent to this email. I don't understand. I mean, at this point, this isn't really, unless was there a fucking note attached to this, or is like, yeah, we need to get a hold of this guy, or anything that says, external email. I really don't think, see, this is the stuff right here that I think is causing so much fucking drama and all the memers and meme lords and podcasters to lose their shit on. Like something like this, I wouldn't have posted it. I'd have been like, named individuals, blah, 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 blah. News reports, blah, 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 blah. Instead, they just put this in a giant fucking mess without any organization. Oh, shit. You guys didn't hear that? I almost playing my reggaeton music almost came back up. All right, I'm going to look at another one then. So this is from the FBI Public Affairs Director's AM meeting. Let me pull this up right quick. I just think that a lot of people are getting shit for being in the files named as in a news report or an intel report. That has nothing to do with something. Okay, here's the one that the other poster. Oops, hang on. I don't know why I make my little. I've been having my kid too much. He does all these little noises when he's like, because he has these little droids. So, anyways, 10, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this was March 23rd, 2021. Yeah, okay. Yep. Judge denies, he's got the irony in this. Judge denies Ghislaine Maxwell's third request to leave jail. That's some fucking irony there. Where's another one in here I'm looking for? You guys let me know when I should stop. There it is right there. I highlighted it for y'all. There, okay. All right. It says right there, Republican critics weighed in on Twitter. Republican Jerry Carl, it's time for President Biden to get serious about the crisis at the border. And this is a problem for all America, and we need to secure our border. Now, Representative Tony Gonzalez, I've been sounding the alarm for weeks, urging the Biden administration to take this crisis seriously. I hope these photos finally wake them up. I'll continue to urge our administration to give Border Patrol, HHS, and law enforcement the resources they need to combat this crime. So again, just because he's in there in a fucking email that is, like I said, there's nothing. That was just a bulletin, by the way. Didn't have no email attached to it. It was just a bulletin. So I don't know if it's fucking a misprint that people are running with. And I don't know exactly that. There's not enough media analysis. Right there. You hit it right on the head, Tab. There's not enough. It's almost like, okay, now we're colluding. We're not colluding. How do I say this? We're muddying the waters of this shit. And the next thing you know, you're seeing, he's in it. Just because he's not your political friend, or you're running against him, or you hate his fucking guts, or you got a personal vendetta, he or she, by the way. I'm gonna go ahead and look that person up. Oh, they're in the files. Yeah, but they're in a fucking news report in the files. Matter of fact, let me go back to this right here. Oh, they shut off the fucking hyperlinks. Damn it. Let me see if I can open this up. No, I'm not going to enter any codes. Are you kidding? Fucking around this thing. Next thing you know, did you guys see what happened at W.T.F Radio? The feds busted in the studio. No, I'm not going to do it. So there it is right there. So again, don't believe all the fucking hype and all the memes that you don't verify for yourself, as we're doing right now. That's what I would just say. Everyone's using that for, see, gotcha. And it's, I'm not seeing anything. Who else did you wanted to say? What was the other one? Gold Corp. We already looked at Gold Corp. Shirts, foster kids or Nashville pageant. Ooh, man, that shit. Fucking the pageant shit. Let's look up pageants. Matter of fact. Okay, truth and transparency. There we go. I got the thing up. Just like Holly had asked. No results. There we go. Next. Jason Win. Check R. Kelly. That's a good point. I'm gonna get a fucking text message. Why you from an unknown number? Why are you fucking putting me into this? There you go. Let me open this up. Window cap. Pew, pew. Wow. R. Kelly. Again, these are all news clips. I'm just saying. Clips right here. R&B singer. I can guarantee that's a news clip. Yeah, SDNY. All news clips. No email attached. Whoa, look at this one. Oh, more news clips. There you go. It's like someone's getting the freaking, what was it, the early bird shit? This one, oh, okay, there we go. Not thanks. Not surprised. R. Kelly not receiving bail. Sent, blah, blah, blah. Epstein was not granted bail. He was granted 2 quarters. So I don't know who this came from. Doesn't say. Like Tab said, they need some media, multimedia autists in here to go through and sift through everything. Not surprised. Yep, that's another one. John Childs among defendants, blah, blah. This looks like it's more. I'm not triple double checking again. Yeah, it looks like it's just another news clip. This dude was like a friggin' information hoarder, it seemed like, or just wanted everything to know. Wanted everything to know what was going on. Man, this thing goes for like another few freaking pages. Issues with immigration discovery. This is draft meeting agenda. SDNY. So I just want to know, why was he getting all these fucking reports and looked like shit that was more law enforcement sensitive than anything else? But why was he getting it? Well, I mean, there's a corruption angle, of course. Check children book clubs. Let's say this is from Tab. Let me reset this. Let me reset this thing again. There we go. I'm opening up a bunch of tabs, and I want you guys to see. Nope, nothing. Oh, no results found. No results found. What was the other one? Anyone from Hollywood like Leonardo DiCaprio or Woody Allen? I think Woody Allen has already been established that he was there, or it's been established that he was involved. Or in the. That's a good question too. Let me look. Doesn't hurt to look. Doesn't hurt to look. Ooh, yeah. Somebody. Oh, maybe he was spying for them. Ooh, yeah. That's a good one too. That is a. I don't see nothing for Leonardo DiCaprio. Like literally nothing pops up. Sorry about that. Forgot to show you guys. Leonardo DiCaprio. Dang, is Leonardo? I think the name would be just Leonardo DiCaprio. Nope. Yeah, he is compiling a bunch of shit, right? Yeah. That's that's the comment that I got. Maybe he was spying for them. Maybe he was getting all the information to kind of like be the guy that's on the lookout for stuff, so that way he can cover some shit up. Was it you were saying, Woody Allen? Holy shit. Alan, Woody Allen participants. Oh, they want. Okay, what's this? Daily messages. Blah. We'll send you tomorrow. Blah, blah. We'll see. We'll send you tomorrow. Happy New Year. Blah, blah, blah. There's some discussions here. Participants, what was he participating in? So those are the stuff. See, this is the shit that we need. Man, fuck all this. We need to have unredact this shit. We want to see everybody. But a can of worms with Woody Allen there. All right. Okay. So there's one individual that's in here that was on the Lolita Express. John Phelan. Now, everyone's like, well, just because he was on the manifest of the Lolita Express doesn't mean he was, there it is. U.S. Secretary of the Navy John Fallon was listed in the Epstein's flight logs, along with Jean-Luc Brunel. Now, I think Brunel killed himself. I think he took his own life because he was facing some charges. So, yeah. The Secretary of the Navy, yeah. On the flight manifest. I don't know who the other guys are. I don't see. But that one, that was the story that we posted on U.S. Army WTF Moments from CNN's Haley Brisky. There he is right there. Secretary of the Navy. That's some fucking crazy ass shit. On the flight logs. What is EGGW? You know what? That's a good question. Let me let me look up. I think this is a code for EGGW. That's what I thought. EGGW, you guys know it. It's an ICAO code. And it's every airport, every airfield has a specific code to it. So it's not like, when you fly in somewhere, you're flying into whatever, like when people say LAX, well, your reason why you're flying at LAX is that's the code, right? So same thing. So London Luton Airport is EGGW. And it's an international airport in Luton, Bedfordshire, England. So that's what the EGGW means. So yeah, so he's in there. Now everyone's like, "Well, just because he flew on the Lolita Express doesn't mean that he's a." How do you fucking get connected? That's the thing that trips me out. Don't you have a connection to somebody to get that aircraft? Like, I don't fucking know how to pick up the phone and grab a chartered aircraft like that, knowing that it's, Epstein's plane. Everybody know. I mean, I was just saying, this dude had his hand in a lot of shit. He knew a lot of people. Me personally, I think he was just using all this shit to gain some leverage on people. So that's just me. And other, obviously, some fucking nefarious and sick shit. So yeah. PSYOP pre-planned. Yeah. Justin Trudeau. Ooh. He's the let me look in here. Let me open back up. Whoa. Just checking to see. Yeah, we're trying to get Justin Trudeau in the provinces, blah, 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 to create. Say, whoa, what was this? From Austin Hill to Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, man. Good one on the name here. Yeah, look at that. That was the first one. Just checking your island, blah, blah. Yeah. He's in there too. Again, we don't have time to go through digging all the stuff, and I don't want to dig all that stuff. So, anyways, I just thought it was kind of weird. The Secretary of the Navy would be on Lolita Express, and everyone's kind of like, meh, all right, whatever. Also, to dispel some of the rumors of who is on the list or who's involved in emails, other than the fact that this individual is just grabbing a bunch of intel stuff and all that. So there it is. All right. So the last thing I wanted to talk about, hang on. There we go. The last thing I wanted to talk about. Now, you guys know that we have been staying on top of all the drama that's been going on in the DFACs. Of course, with our friend Rob Evans over at Hots and Cots. Story's going to get posted, I think, tonight. and tonight's going to get posted in our slot. So, let me see. He's been covering a lot of what's been going on. If you guys don't follow Hots and Cots, you obviously are missing out. Make sure you download the app to report all of your facilities and rating needs. Also, to get with us in the inbox, and we will assist you in getting in contact with Rob at Hots and Cots. He's got a lot of stuff to report. I think he's going to post tomorrow. So this just real quick. I know this is normally a Sergeant's Time discussion, but it's just something I kind of like. I'm kind of like, what the hell? What the hell? Soldiers will receive freedom dollars. The Army will still be opening a new dining hall, a new DFAC over at Fort Hood, designed to look more like a cafeteria on a college campus than a chow hall on a military base. We're now going to be, I guess, giving troops freedom dollars. Freedom dollars is a term. So you have a freedom burger, freedom fries, get it? Some freedom tacos, some freedom salad. Reminds me of that song from Team America. What would you do? Freedom isn't free. Oh my God. Freedom cost $1.05. Well, it's going to be $39 worth of chow. What they're calling freedom dollars. Freedom bucks. Everyone's making fun of it. The term is used to refer the funds that are taken out of the soldier's paycheck to go towards meals at dining facilities. Now, of course, the ever so present, won't you guys just give them their fucking BAS? Just give them their BAS. That's it. I know there's been stories already about the how we're covering the DFACs and how that story that was reported last year. Was it last year or something like that? Yeah. When it was reported that over $151 million were taken from soldiers' paychecks at food costs spent elsewhere by the Army. The money is being collected what amounts to a tax on troops taken from their BAS, roughly over $460, that is automatically deducted from paychecks automatically deducted from the paychecks of service members. So why don't you just give them the chat? Just give them the money, man. Just I don't fucking understand why we're just not giving them the money. So I wanted to highlight this right quick. It's going to get posted tonight. U.S. Army W.T.F moments. Make sure you check out check it out, because I'm just shaking my head at this. This is going to be a Sergeant's Time topic, and more than likely will be me and Spanky will be talking about. I just can't believe that we are. I just can't believe we are doing this right down to the troops. Is going to open up next week. This new super duper DFAC of excellence. Welcome to the great place. Welcome to the great freedom place. So you can spend your freedom dollars on your freedom chow, your freedom fries. Well, he was the name. I'm sure my devil dog on the floating bacteria pastry dish would love a freedom burger. Ew. So anyways, that's pretty much it. What we're going to talk about. I mean, yeah, we were going to go into more stuff, but I figured more the conversation I did wanted to hit is mostly a Sergeant's Time, topic. So there it is. Just listening to the Monday edition. There we go. Monday edition, of course. On Mondays we have the actual King Smith and Michelle for the King and Me, and of course the Monday edition with myself and Massey when he can step in. Of course Tuesdays we have Pop Culture Warrior and with his mad staff of Mad Mike and Angry Elf, the Sports Bar, and of course the Smoke Pit on Wednesday with What Do You Hear, What Do You Say, and the actual King Smith, the coach. Smoke Pit with Radar, TZ, Sergeant's Time with myself and Spanky. FTX with the crew at U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radios, playing tabletop games. And again, weekend co-ops with Nemo. But don't forget at all, I'm going to pull this old one, Dr. J, Ariel Jordan, Dr. J, the host of The Reset. And you guys have already seen her appear on the Monday edition. Her first show was this last past Sunday. And already it has been given great reviews. So glad that we have our behavioral health and show on. I'm so excited. So shout out to the crew at the station for making this all happen. And of course, we welcome Dr. J to the team. Make sure you share, like, and follow. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe. We are broadcasting live on 5 different platforms, and pretty soon we'll be dropping some more platforms. I was kind of like sneaking a peek behind the curtains, and CQ was just giving me an update on just how many platforms are about ready to go on air. So many, a lot. But right now we're broadcasting live on 2 Facebook pages at U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio, 2 YouTube pages at U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio, and of course X at WTF Nation Radio, where all the best shit posting happen. I'm just saying right now, I swear by the shit posting on X. It's fun. You get some pretty good heated arguments. People wanting to fight you and shit. So other than that, you guys got anything? But instead, what was that? But instead, the dogs get Navy leftovers. We're talking about Marines, right, Tab? Make sure you share, like, and follow. And again, thank you guys again for tuning in. See ya. Shots.
Hey, this is SEAC retired John Wayne Troxel. You're listening to WTF Nation Radio, the station of choice for all of the badass MFers on the planet.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Driving us insane. ATF 0 time 30, no time to complain. Push ups in the mud, feel the muscle strain. Army life is a wild ride. WTF moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive, in the ranks we thrive. It's WTF moments in the Army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Hilltops in the desert, sandstorms in our eyes. Memories for breakfast, no room for lies. Running marches through the night under starless skies. Brothers and sisters, we rise. Army life, it's a wild ride. WTF moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive, in the ranks we thrive. It's WTF moments in the Army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find our kind. In the chaos, in the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Drill sergeant's fury echoing in the air. Discipline and duty we all must bear. Battle bodies by our side in the fight we share. In the face of danger we dare. Army life, it's a wild ride. WTF moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive, in the ranks we thrive. It's WTF moments in the Army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Souls and firefights, adrenaline's rush. Silent nights, broken by the enemy's hush. Medics on the move in the heat of the crush. In the heart of battle we trust. It's WTF moments in the Army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find out our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle. Army life, it's a wild ride. WTF moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive, in the ranks we thrive. Memories in our mind. Brothers lost but never left behind. Army WTF moments in the stories we find. In the Army's embrace, we're forever entwined. It's WTF moments in the Army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Through the smoke and the flames we rise again. In the heart of the storm we find our zen. Battle buddies by our side, our men. In the Army's legacy we transcend.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Я батько. Я молодший брат.
Я водій маршрутки. Я скоро одружуся. Я фанат актера.
Начальник отдела продаж.
Я прораб.
Я программист. Я свидетель на свадьбе.
Борщица.
Дядя Юра, таксист. Я вчитель фізкультури.
Я студент-геолог.
У мене своя фірма.
Я кращий друг зі школи. Я сусід, який завжди стукає по батареї.
Я єдиний син.